everyone, it's Andrea Zeydelis from BetterTogetherCommunity.org. Today we are speaking to Jessica Padilla-Gonzalez. Jessica, hi, how are you?
Very good, how are you?
I'm good. I am so excited to invite the Housing Partnership Neighborworks Home Ownership Center on the show today for community conversations. We want to learn what is going on with the Housing Partnership. So let us know.
Excellent. So the Housing Partnership is a not-for-profit organization that was established in 1992. So we've been around for 29 years, and we like to say that we're the best kept secret, but we don't want to be a secret anymore. So we are a HUD-approved Neighborworks homeownership center that offers a lot of services for people that want to purchase their first homes and for anybody who may be in a stressful situation with keeping their home.
And I'm assuming right now that's probably a really big issue for a lot of people, not just here in New Jersey, but across the nation.
Absolutely. So the Housing Partnership, believe it or not, when the pandemic first happened, we hit record numbers for our homebuyer education course online. So people wanted to move out of cities, and we're taking advantage of the fact that all of our services were 100% remote, and our homebuyer education hit record numbers, and we helped over 148 home buyers purchase their first homes.
Wow.
Which is a record for us.
That's amazing. Like I said, the pandemic has definitely thrown a wrench in a lot of the things that we would see as normal. So how has the Housing Partnership kind of transitioned to assist individuals now?
Excellent. So we do have a physical office that's located in Dover, New Jersey. But back on March 13th, we actually closed our offices to the public. We are fortunate that we were able to transition to 100% remote from one day to the next. So today we're still operating from home, but our staff is equipped with laptops, phones. There's always somebody available from Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. to answer calls or answer emails. So it has changed the way that we offer the service, and honestly has made it more accessible to more people because we are remote.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about your programming? So I know you offer a lot of different programs to different individuals of all incomes, right? So tell me a little bit about that.
Excellent. So the Housing Partnership, again, we are a HUD-approved organization, but we are a not-for-profit that offers homebuyer education. So there is an 8-hour class that we now offer online that specifically talks about the home buying process. So if you or anybody that you know has ever considered purchasing a home, this workshop literally explains to you every step, how to prepare yourself, what's involved in getting qualifying for a mortgage, and most importantly, understanding how to make the largest purchase of your life. The great thing about it is that it also comes with 24 months of financial coaching from your own HUD certified counselor. So once you complete our homebuyer education class, you get access to a homeownership specialist that helps you review your credit, your budget, your affordability, helps you figure out where you are in the process, and then works with you to create action plans where you say, this is where I want to be in the next 3 to 6 months. And every 3 to 6 months, you come back until you reach that goal. So that's our home buyer program. And we also offer a free foreclosure counseling program. And the foreclosure counseling, again, is to income levels, clients who own homes. There isn't a cap on the income for somebody that wants to participate. And it's for homeowners that are distressed or are behind or fear that they will become behind on their mortgage. And what happens is they're assigned to a HUD certified counselor who reviews their finances and really serves as an advocate for them and their servicer to try to figure out how, if possible, to save the home. We offer this service since 2011. So we have really experienced staff that understands the process. We work with the state of New Jersey, and as of March, I believe in March, we also started doing rental counseling. And what rental counseling consists of is really working with a renter who needs help figuring out where they are and what their options are. So we try to help create crisis budgets and help them negotiate rent repayments with the landlords.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine that it's again, like you said, you've hit record numbers of reaching people this year. And just the fact that you said renters too, I think that it opens it up even more for more individuals who are going to be interested in the housing partnership. Now, in your name partnership, do you have partners with HUD, right? With the state of New Jersey? Are there other local organizations that you work with as well?
So again, I pride myself on the fact that the name is Housing Partnership, and I'm always looking to partner with anybody and everybody who's interested in home, right? So who isn't? So we do have a program called an employer engagement, where we try to go to employers to talk about our services so that they can let their employees know that if they're thinking about buying a home, there are resources out there in the community that can assist like us. And again, we're providing information and resources. So we have down payment assistance. We work with about 21 banks to offer special first-time homebuyer mortgages. And a lot of these special first-time homebuyer mortgages are income restricted, but there is another aspect to it. So it's based on a household's income. So usually in Morris County, it's 80,000 or below, or if a household is purchasing in what's considered an LMI or low to moderate income census tract, there is no income limit. So our bank partners do have programs that work for incomes of all levels. But we do have that program. And then with the employers, we're always seeking to provide them with valuable information for their employees. So you don't never know if one of your employees is struggling to pay their mortgage. And if they just heard about our services, you don't know, what an impact that might have on their household.
Yeah. And I like how you said in the beginning, you're Morris County's best kept secret. You don't want to be a secret anymore. Yeah, this is so much important information. I think that in the right hands and for the right people, for the right demographic, and who really, we're kind of all looking for houses, right? We're constantly, you have to live somewhere, right? It's very daunting experience, I think, and it's probably overwhelming, but I'm so happy to hear about the programming that you have, and I'm so happy to share it with so many different people, because we all need the information, right? The resources are there. You just have to connect. You just got to connect the dots. So what's going on? What's your greatest need right now from the community?
So honestly, the greatest need that we have, I think you just said it, is we don't want to be a secret anymore. And we are trying our best to reach as many people as possible, because we believe that education is empowerment. And the more information that you have, the better equipped you are to make the best financial decisions for you and your family. So we offer tons of free online education classes. So what we've started to do is offer free workshops, specifically one called Affordable Housing 101. And what that workshop does is it talks all about affordable housing in New Jersey. So the housing partnership, we help people purchase regular market rate properties, but then we also work with municipalities and help sell or rent their deed restricted or Mount Laurel units, which is housing that's set aside for low to moderate income households. And just to dispel a quick myth, when I say low to moderate income, these are households that are working. So a single person can earn up to $56,000 and qualify for an affordable unit. So that's really key to stress that when we talk about affordables in New Jersey, we're talking about your teachers, we're talking about your postal workers, literally our essential employees are eligible for this housing. So that's one component of our work. So we find that a lot of misinformation is out there. So we decided let's do something about that and start getting accurate information on where to find it, how to apply, and how to prepare yourself. But then we do also help clients purchase regular market rate properties. So we do everything around housing and home ownership for all income levels again. And then our foreclosure program, it's been a little bit stale or stagnant due to the moratoriums, but we're asking everybody, if you do have a forbearance, if you are in fear of becoming behind of your mortgage, or you don't know what to do once the forbearance is up, the key is to be proactive and to really give us a call as soon as possible, because our counselors can help you evaluate what your next steps are. So for us, the greatest need is making sure that people know that we're here. We're really here to help. And our goal is to make sure that you are working towards your financial goals.
I want to just make a comment too about the stigma of affordable housing, especially here in New Jersey, because it is so interesting that affordable housing really it's 56,000 or under for a single person, and then it changes per family unit, things like that. And it's our teachers, it's our post office workers, our people who work in nonprofits. Honestly, there's a lot of us who are working who can't unfortunately afford to buy a home out here or afford a home out here. But yeah, I have met with that a lot out here, the stigma of affordable housing, and I'm glad that you're trying to dispel that and make sure that people know the truth about affordable housing. I
actually just looked up the income levels again. So like a single person in Morris County, if you earn 59,000 or under, you qualify for low to moderate income housing. Right. And what that is just condos or homes that are set aside for people that aren't making higher incomes. So you do have to qualify for a mortgage. There is a process. The problem is that there's not enough of it out there. True. So we know what they are and we try to connect you with it. And most important thing is we try to connect you to the homes and then also to resources to continue to make it accessible for you.
Sure. I think if you wanted to know more information, you can go and find and read up on the Mount Laurel decision, right? The Mount Laurel decision is the beginning of all the affordable housing here in New Jersey. And it's really quite interesting if you get into it. I'm sure we could talk about it for quite some time. But I would just say if you're interested in learning about the history of affordable housing in New Jersey, just check out the Mount Laurel decision and you'll see kind of the steps and where it has come from and where it's going. Because everything has its foundation. We're trying to make sure that we learn from our history, right? And every town at this point, every municipality has a responsibility to provide some sort of affordable housing in New Jersey, in every municipality. So, Jessica, I just want to ask you one more question. In this pandemic, I'm sure you have learned a lot. What's the lesson? What's the takeaway from this pandemic? Working with a nonprofit, working with housing. What's your greatest lesson learned here?
I think personally, my greatest lesson for me and my organization was be ready to adapt, right? So be ready for change, understand that things are not always going to be the same, and really try to meet your clients where they are. So there is a big learning curve for us at the organization. How do we do everything that we are so used to doing in person, virtually? But I always like to brag. I have amazing staff at the Housing Partnership, and we learned together, and hopefully we're still continuing to meet the needs of our community. And we're always listening. So if there's any resources or workshops that anybody really wants to learn about, we're always looking for partners to bring that information in a way that's concise and again, empowers those in our community and that we serve.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate your time. I want to thank everyone for watching today. We're talking about housing in New Jersey. If you want more information, just stay tuned. We're going to put up all the information for the Housing Partnership. And if you have any questions, all that information is going to be there. Just reach out and let's learn more about how we can just be better together in New Jersey.